Hey guys, welcome to Draw with Sandee at the Little Artistic Nook. Today we'll be drawing this cute little ANKYLOSAURUS. To begin, come over towards the left side of your page and about halfway down begin to draw a large oval for your dinosaur's eye. To draw in the highlights, I'm going to start with a large circle across the top so our dinosaur is looking up, and a small heart just beneath that. Then you can go ahead and shade in around these two spaces to fill in the eye. And to finish this off, I'm going to just trace over the top curve of my eye and extend two lines out towards the right to create eyelashes. And then coming to just underneath the eye, we'll draw in the cheek by drawing a curved line from one side all the way to the other. And last but not least, just a small little eyebrow at the top. To start the horns on the face, draw out a little C just near the end of your eyelashes or your eyelid. And then from there, you're going to draw a line that sweeps slightly towards the top of your page, just a little higher than the eyebrow, making a point and bringing it back down to meet the C. We'll do a second one facing towards the bottom of the page and just a little bit smaller, again starting with the C, drawing out a line, and then connecting to a point. To begin drawing out the head, I'm going to start with the top by starting a little bit to the left of the face and begin to draw a curve that goes up and over top of the eye and eyebrow and all the way over to the top horn, where I will start to curve down. Then we can finish the bottom of the head, starting again at the front and just trying to keep it a little bit rounded so we don't want it to be pointy. So rounding the front there and starting to curve around underneath the cheek and stopping just about in line with that smaller horn. To add in a little bit of a nose here at the front, I'm going to start by just drawing a little line towards the eye, not too long, and then I'm going to curve it back down towards the front of the face. We're going to start drawing in the top of our little ANKYLOSAURUS. So what we're going to do is come from the top of the head there, where that opening is just behind the horn, and we're going to start to draw a small curve up. And I want this curve to be a little bit lower than the top of the head. So we'll just start to curve over towards the right side of the page, and then I'm slowly going to start to bring that line lower. And it's going maybe lower than the bottom of the head, or pretty close to being in line. Then we're going to come back to the face, and at the top of that nose, I'm going to draw a similar curve up towards the eye. When I reach the eye, I'm just going to break my line. If you have space between the eye and the horn, you can continue that line. And then we're going to come out from behind this top horn, and I'm going to make an opposite curve so it almost looks like we're drawing a big almond shape. So you're going to sweep down underneath the back and start to bring that line close to the end there. I'm leaving it open because I want it to eventually blend into the tail. Now we'll start working on the bottom of our ANKYLOSAURUS. So to begin, draw a slightly curved line towards the bottom center of your page, coming just below the neck there. And then we'll start to draw out the first leg. So it's not very long, so I'm just making a short little vertical line. Then we'll sweep a horizontal line across, and then another little line a little bit shorter than the first for the back of that leg. So it's in line pretty much with the neck, or where that head curve meets the back curve. Draw in the front leg behind by just coming under the belly. Then we're going to continue the belly. So the belly's really close to the ground here, and it's pretty much in line with the bottom of my foot, bringing it all the way across and then stopping before I get to the end of the body, where we'll draw in our back leg. So it's a very similar thing, just a slightly vertical line, horizontal for the bottom of the foot. You can add little toenails there and draw in the last foot under the belly. And now we're going to go and add in the tail. So continue that very bottom line on the other side of your back foot here, And as you pass the end of the top of the body, you're going to start to curve that line up, like you're moving towards the top right corner, and then slowly bring it, well, I guess you could have it face any way you want. Mine's going towards the top right. Then go back to the top line, and you're going to start bringing that in towards this first curved line, making it narrower as you start to move up, and then you're going to open it like a V. To draw out the end of her tail, I'm just going to come to the top of this V and create a really loose heart shape across the top. Then we'll come back to that middle line going through her body, and I'm just going to connect it so that it comes to meet somewhere along the length of the tail, tapering off. We're going to add in some final details here. So to start, I'm going to draw out some semicircles across the top of her back. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to start a little bit smaller near the head, a larger one as I come over the highest point of the back, and then I'll start to draw another one that's a little bit smaller again, going back down. On the inside of her body, I'm going to draw out some ovals. So again, I'm going to keep the largest one that's in the center near the top, and then I'll make two smaller ones that sort of angle along the curve of the back, just under those top semicircles. And then finally we can do one more row of these big oval shapes inside the body. So a big one in the center, and then we'll make two more smaller ones on the sides, just angling them a little bit so that the back looks like it's got that nice curve across the top. Now it's time to just draw in a simple little ground line. So starting on one side here on my left, I'm just going to draw a wiggly line across the page higher than the feet, and it'll probably come out somewhere along the bottom of the tail since her body is really low. I'm just going to add in some broadleaf grass here just in front of her. So to do that, I'm going to draw just a slightly curved line. It's just a bumpy straight line with a point at the top and make it wider at the ground. And you can just draw a whole bunch of these, as many as you want. You can make them all different heights, maybe even facing at different angles. You can layer them in behind one another. So the only sort of rule here is just they're pointy at the top and wide at the bottom. And go ahead and we'll draw a cloud at the top just above her head. And this is just going to be my friendly little cloud here. So we'll start out by drawing two little eyes and maybe just a little smile here. And then one more little tiny cloud. I'm not going to put a face on this one. And that is our super cute ANKYLOSAURUS, guys. So thank you so much for drawing with me today. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So until next time for another Draw with Sandee at the Little Artistic Nook, keep making art and keep smiling.